Josh is
Well, last week he was like here right as we
right as we
had
were
the
starting,
plan,
and-
so he's probably coming.
This recorder's not working.
just tell me when you're ready.
Well, the video is working.
The audio is not.
It's never done that before.
No, I've never heard of that. There's Josh.
Hey, Josh. Okay, let's.
That sounds right.
It doesn't sound good at all, does it?
Is that the, no, that's not the audio for it, or,
No.
that's just
That's
taping.
just the tape, yeah. Okay, let's start again.
No,
Now
there
we're
we go.
good.
Alright, well, it is 8:01, I'll call the meeting to order, if we could stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Molly, you got anything for public discussion?
I don't,
Okay.
not today, next
And
Sunday.
we will move on to approving the agenda and minutes from November 18th and the special session.
So moved.
Motion by Garmin, second by Haas. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of approving the agenda and minutes, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. We have the safety and the wellness committee minutes in our board packet. Everyone's had a chance to look at them. Any questions?
Do you have the wellness ones?
Yeah.
I had the heading, but I didn't have everything under it.
She was gonna send them to me, and I don't know if she did, cause the meeting was last week.
It was last Wednesday.
Yeah, so let me check and see, maybe,
Oh, maybe
I
there
don't
is.
assume there's anything to discuss about it.
yeah, there might not be, I don't think she got them to me, but let me check, maybe. I didn't see them.
Here, all of them. Let's see, I'll look up. Public. Oh no, I guess she didn't put them in there. Here.
I don't question it. I don't imagine there's anything really hip hopping, but I don't wanna
Yeah.
miss something.
I don't know what,
I thought she sent them out in an email, but maybe not.
no, I don't,
Does Donna do those too?
yeah, she does, and no, she has not sent them to me yet, so.
I guess we don't have to acknowledge.
You don't have to acknowledge.
Alright,
We can acknowledge him next week.
Yep.
If she just doesn't have time.
Yep,
wanna acknowledge safety?
Sure.
Okay, we'll acknowledge those, and we need to acknowledge the gas report for FY ending in June 30th, 2025.
Did that go well?
yeah, I think so,
Trying to scroll through.
yeah. We, had some delays from solution stuff, normal stuff, but yeah, otherwise, I think it went pretty good.
We let the record reflect that we,
Who does this gas report or,
Our office does it,
The
Melissa
auditor.
does it, yep.
but nobody's looking it over or anything?
Well, the auditing
Auditing
firm looks it over.
Gardner,
Yeah.
Thompson.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
come and do that before they move on to their next step in the audit process.
We good to acknowledge that then? Any questions? Anyone? Okay. Well, we'll let the record reflect, that we acknowledge the gap report. And then discussion decision approve tax increment financing indebtedness certification to county auditor and authorize the chairperson to sign.
Okay, we did not have any
Right,
debt new debt to certify, so it's 0 on all the reports that are in your packet.
What is the last page, or I guess it's the kind of the second to last page where C/I payment to,
Yeah.
what is that?
Commercial industrial replacement, that's money we get back from the state, and when they passed House File 718, that now has to be reported. So the money that the treasurer's office collects now has to be reflected on that report. So that's,
Okay.
that's
So it
reducing our
reduced our
debt,
debt.
yes,
Okay.
correct,
Okay.
yep.
Gotcha. And then this other part, this levy part, that must be new that you have to do that.
Yeah,
So what, the amount of payment, 29,000, is that, what does that make up?
so, let me see, can I see that?
Yeah.
No, this.
oh,
Okay. So where do you see that?
the last page,
It's like the last page before the annual, or the
Yeah, that
annual
one there.
report.
Oh, yeah, so that's the amount of commercial industrial, it's the total amount, the 2381 is what goes to TIF.
Okay, so that top part,
Yep,
oh, okay.
Yep.
So the commercial industrial thing was $29,000, and the only amount to go to TIP was the 20.
yes, correct,
$4.
yes,
Okay,
yep,
gotcha.
yep,
It's just new.
yeah,
so,
it is new, it's new.
Yeah.
okay. We need a motion to approve the certification and allow me to sign it.
I can do
Okay, motion by Wactor, second by Haas,
that, fine.
any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye, any opposed? Motion carried. Just those two places,
I think so,
Okay.
unless there's one other.
I didn't see them,
Oh, right there.
oh.
Thank you.
Okay, discussion decision to approve annual urban renewal report for FY 24-25.
So this report shows us what our year-end outstanding TIF obligations that were due as of June 30th, 2025 of $1,363,395. And so that is what you are approving. This is fiscal year 24-25's report. Just a note, I quickly looked up what we've received this fall, and it was over 200,000. So hopefully if we get the same again this spring, that will be another close to hopefully $500,000 reduced after this, so.
Okay,
And Carter, you won't sign until after you guys approve it. If you approve it, then I go in and certify it, and then it will print out the page for me to have you sign.
okay. Okay,
And I don't know, maybe there has to be a motion before we have discussion, I don't know. What do you want? Cause are we just acknowledging this, or are we approving this?
You are approving
we're
it,
approving the report.
yeah. Once you approve it, then I go in and certify it.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask the question.
Go ahead.
Maybe, maybe Tammy, we can talk about it like after the meeting or something, but like in our audit report, there's been something that says we're out of balance, I don't remember what the words were exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Has that been corrected now? Is this gonna reflect a correction, or?
Yeah, I think, I can't remember what the report said, but we should be good now. But yeah, if you wanna come in and talk to me, we sure can.
Yeah,
look at that.
just especially going forward, if we're going to think about certifying any debt, we wanna at least make sure that when we,
Yep,
if we do take any more on, which I know won't be till next year, but that we're
yep,
on the straight and narrow, I guess.
yep.
Mhm. Does anyone want to make a motion to approve the report? Okay,
But, somebody can make a motion, I'm just still looking
I'll make the motion when you explain what it is all to me, all 5 or 6 pages.
okay, motion by Haas,
I'll second.
second by Wactor. Okay, discussion,
So I see that first page is the 1,363,000 you're talking about. What are the remaining pages that?
So it says on the first page what the TIF revenue was that we received, and then, the amount that was paid out to pay back on our internal loan. Pretty much same thing on the second page. The second page talks about what the assessed and taxable value was of that urban renewal, and what the base value was when that was set up. And then the third page talks about what the internal loans are for. The next page, talks about the amount of debt that we have. And then the last page, or maybe not the last page, but the next page is the amount, that went to pay off the internal loan of $146,702. And then the last page is kind of just a summary of all of that again.
So that first internal loan, is that been paid off, that 300 and
go legal,
It has,
$1,000?
it
Well,
has-
it's Gold Eagle, but it was what we owed rural basic fund,
yeah,
300,000.
yeah, so, that's that 52,940 on the bottom.
Which page? I just keep.
Page 4, I think.
mine doesn't have page numbers, but I know which one you're talking about.
4. Oh, okay,
Yep, so now that should be paid off.
Okay,
okay, and then the rest will go to the 457,500.
Correct.
Okay. Did that bridge ever get completed?
I don't know.
That was for
I
the
think it did.
$300,000.
I think it did, but we'd have to ask Doug for sure.
up at Michaels and Marsh,
I don't think so.
that was the one that was in the plan for
Well, this
doing
was,
for the TIF.
The original.
Original.
The original,
Yeah.
TIF, yeah,
The
yeah,
original.
yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
so I think so, Amber, but you'd have to check it.
Cause I think they were gonna do some lane widening, there was issues in getting more right of way, and then they were gonna replace that Michelson Marsh Bridge, that's what I,
Do you want me to call Doug up?
he's
up.
No,
not
he's
here,
not here.
he's gone today,
Oh, yeah.
but either way, I think that's what,
Mhm.
I think that's what it was.
And the 457.5, refresh my memory. I know that we started that right before I left, but I can't remember what it was for. Was
Same
that for
thing.
the turning lanes?
Turning lanes.
Okay. And then the million.
Mhm.
Well,
Okay.
so do we owe the whole amount of 457,500?
No, so we just owe the 363,395, so our balance will be $1,363,395. And then after what we just received in September, October, I think it's 222,000 if I remember correctly, so we'll be about 1.1 And then hopefully we'll get the same in the spring, which will put us under $1 million, so.
Okay. That would be good.
Mhm.
Do you have the projection yet of what we might get next year?
No,
Not yet, you're
not
not
yet,
quite there.
no.
Are we close to what you projected for last year at this time to what we actually received?
I think we're over,
Oh, good.
so,
But if we're over, we can't take that, can we? Or can we? Cause it's
yeah, we
100%.
can take it, we can take it, yeah, cause it's
Okay.
100%, yeah.
Okay. Alright, well, I think that answers my question.
Yeah, so to expand on Amber's question, we don't put an amount, like you'll see later. We don't put an amount, we put 100% of what the TIF generates, so that way we're not limited on the amount we can receive. So whatever is generated is what we will receive, which is the smart way to go to pay back the loan quicker.
And as long as we have enough debt certified, so like if we were gonna receive 500,000 and only had 400,000 left, we couldn't get 100%.
Right.
So that's why we gotta watch that carefully, so that
We
we're
don't put too much, yeah.
certifying new debt if we need to
Mhm.
capitalize on that.
Well, there's a motion and a second. Is there more questions or discussion on the report?
No, just so long as from the past that that's been corrected, that's all I care about.
Okay. If no further discussion, all in favor of approving the report then, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Okay, Doug is not here today. So we-
He said that to leave this on the agenda, and if there was anything, Lisa or Doug Crouch could bring it up, so we might wanna check with them and see if they
Okay.
have anything.
Why don't you call down there then, Josh, please? She is 102 or 3? 102.
Morning, this is Josh up in the boardroom. We get Doug on the agenda for gravel pit leases and then, construction. We were just wondering if there was anything on there. Okay. Okay. No agricultural leases, she's checking on, road construction, or construction
Oh,
right
okay.
away. Yes. Okay, thank you. Yep. No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
There's no construction on the right of way here.
Okay, so we can just get both land leases in the right away? Alright, we will go on to drainage then,
I'll have you do both,
okay?
because Kyle's not here.
Yep.
And the 108 is actually Carter's, not Kyle's, so it does say on the
Okay,
agenda.
did I have one in the packet?
No.
I didn't see one,
Okay, I wonder if that was corrected then. Because there was one that was done from a Johnson
Yeah,
sleeper.
so we were confused about that one because we thought it was included in the other one that we just
And
approved
it
last
should
week.
have been.
And so we didn't put it in there because we felt like it was part of that one.
It was, I just maybe want them together so
Okay.
that, we have his signature now.
Right.
So I think that's good, cause he's the actual
Okay,
landowner.
we didn't know if we needed a separate one, and so she filled it out, but it doesn't have a number on it, and we didn't put it in here because we didn't wanna have two and make it look like there's two different ones.
Right.
So if that's okay,
Yeah, just
okay.
so long as we keep that one.
Okay.
So that it's with that, because he was the actual landowner.
Sounds good.
You know, I had to get his permission first, but then he thought he had to sign, it was
Yeah,
just kind of
good.
confusing.
Yeah.
Too many people.
Yes, I know, too many people, so, yes, we have it.
He had them fax it or
Yeah,
email it or
email.
something,
Yeah.
so he signed it and I talked to him on the phone. And he is, yeah, everybody's on the same page.
Yes, yes, so yeah, we will put that one with the other one.
Perfect.
Okay, I've got number 107 in DD 110 on the main. This is in Hebron Township, section 21. 50 foot north of the lane, approximately 250 to 300 feet west of the blacktop, P66. There's a large hole, 22-inch tile, it will be flagged. This is for Dan Benkin. And I have number 108 in HK 346 on lateral 51. There's a huge hole in the field, not far from the ditch, 12-inch tile for Greg McNeese in Wesley Township, section 1. So we need a motion for supervisors to handle their requests.
So moved.
Motion by Wactor, second by Garmin. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. Make sure everyone signs it, okay. Give that one back, or no, set that on Kyle's.
Yeah, I can set that on Kyle's desk.
Okay, discussion with the auditor.
Okay, so next week we have the Marion Hog confinement at 8:05. And then we have, discussion, decision, review and approve opioid settlement funds, distribution funds to Kossuth Regional Health Center, Safe RX prescription vials, and Tall Caps as stop, and Prairie Ridge Integrated Behavioral Health opioid treatment program. And then, let's see. We have EMA Emergency Response and Training Complex Building Lease Agreement discussion. And then we have budget allocation starting at 8:45 all the way till noon. And then I did put a sheet on your desks for you guys to record the amount that they're asking for each budget allocation. First one starts today, of course, but you should see those on your desk. A reminder that we're closed Thursday and Friday for Thanksgiving. And that is all. We're very happy to have Sherry with us as our new drainage clerk. So she's done a great job already for us, so we're excited for that.
Thank you, I'm happy to be here.
And I think that's all I have.
Okay. Very good. Howard, do you have any board reports?
I went to the Secondary Road Department Safety meeting last Friday. There was a lot of discussion about the pay change. They wanted to know why the world couldn't conform to what they were doing. Doug said this is the way it is and this is the way it's going to be. And there were some other things going on, but that was the thrust of it. I assume they will accept it, so that's the only thing I had.
I attended the EMS advisory meeting, last week for Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just a lot of discussion, he just shows us a lot of the numbers in the budget, where they're sitting, their call response time, things like that. There's discussion on, I guess the big thing that we talked about, was, vehicles, he's looking to purchase a couple of response vehicles. I brought up the lease because I didn't know where they were at with the lease. It was stated that, they were waiting for Carissa, which I think is kind of a hiccup, because Carissa's board or committee, they actually can approve that, or whereas the advisory committee, they don't. So I don't know necessarily, honestly, my suggestion is to have 3 different leases. They're handled 3 different ways. You know, it seems
Too muddy to do them all together.
too muddy to put them all together. In essence, they can say the same things, but it'll break it down for their parts, because honestly, it's this board that would approve EMS, it's her board, and then this board that would approve the EMA, and then same with 911, they do have a acting board. So, to me, that would be a really good suggestion to do that. I think it would be easier, honestly, going forward. But, other than that, we just wanna talk next week on what changes for the EMA, which is not on EMS, but anyway, I brought that up, because I think EMS was waiting for Carissa. Well, maybe we can clear that up next week. So, but other than that, there was a lot of talk on the response vehicles and maybe what to purchase, and, of course, no decision is made because they have to bring it here, but that was a lot of it. Their call time, I guess, Phil and the rest of the advisory committee is very happy with their, response time. So when I don't go to all of them, I'm just assuming that what they're saying is great, so they're happy with it, so. Other than that, that's all I have.
Very good. Josh?
Did not have any meetings. Did you wanna bring up the?
Sure.
Yeah, so we went to, what day was that? Was that
Thursday.
Thursday last week?
Mhm.
The governor actually came up and we got to sit down and have a round table with the governor as well as, other officials and business owners around, Algona and Kossuth County, just to kinda, highlight some issues and questions for the governor and the legislators that were here. Dave Rowley and Henry Stone and John Wills were also sitting, and we were able to, you know, pose different questions, bring up different issues and things like that that we'd like addressed from either the governor or from the state legislators, and it was a good meeting. There was a lot talked about. I think the biggest point that was brought up was housing and childcare. We heard that several times, the lack of good, you know, childcare and newer affordable housing for around Algona and Kossuth County. We were able to kind of bring up a few different issues. I brought up the fact that the commercial rollback and stuff, how that affected us and our ability to bring revenue into the county to be able to, you know, work on roads and bridges and things like that, so. And then Carter, you brought up, some other things, if you wanted to mention that.
Sure.
Where was this at?
We actually met down at the, Don Tietz's.
Wild Haven
Wild
Shelter
Haven,
House
Yep.
is where she came to. Yep.
That was a good meeting. It was,
Okay. Yeah, well, yeah, as Josh said, I had gotten a call from, Dave Rowley and letting me know that, hey, can you make this, and so, yeah, I attended that, and yeah, I would say, reiterate what Josh said, that housing and childcare were top 2 things. I mean, you even look at, you know, what our area needs. I look at even in my community in Laverne, if you wanted to move to town, there is nothing for sale. There's no housing, and there's people in, that work in town that drive into town every day that would like to move to the area, or vice versa, there's people that work in town who live in town, but for childcare have to drive to Humboldt, or drive to Algona, or drive to Clarion, or whatever, and twice a day. And then drive back to Laverne for work, and drive back to Humboldt for, pick up their kids, and drive back home for supper, and it's just, that's, why, how do you keep people in town like that?
So you guys, I get the impression you guys didn't initiate I believe that it is two of the top issues, but who brought that up? Who?
There was probably 25 people in the room.
Yeah.
All,
Yeah,
I
we had-
assume they were all selected, invited, whatever, as far as, you know, company leaders and CEOs, like Pharmacist Mutual CEO was there.
The president of Iowa Lakes was there.
Iowa Lakes Community College, just various economic partners in the area. And that's who was primarily bringing that up. I talked a little bit about, yeah, property taxes, how I felt the state was doing, and, I know Todd Ferris, myself, and Scott Schulte was invited to be there as president of the Fair Board to talk about, if there was any state aid for, sounds like there are some options for grants and things for, what they're wanting to do with the fairgrounds and that sort of thing, so. Yeah, like Josh said, it was a good meeting, got to visit with the governor a little bit after, and yeah. So, other than that, I did not make the wellness meeting, I was working on the storm light, but, that's all I have.
Okay, I guess we'll wait till 9:30 till
Okay.
Elderbridge.
Is there where are we at, or what are we gonna do? Does it need to be on the agenda for next week, no matter how busy we are with the solar ordinance?
Oh, yeah, cause I thought Cory was gonna be on this week. Wasn't he? Am I remembering that wrong?
He
I
was here
think
last week.
Oh, he
Yeah.
was here last week.
Yeah.
Oh, I am. Never mind.
But actually, that's a good point, cause I did wanna talk about that. Thank you.
I was gonna.
Otherwise,
ask
I would've
you.
walked away from the meeting and kicked myself for not saying anything. Okay, so when Maria had responded last time, I think Cory sent this to all of us, that we needed to discuss, put on our agenda to discuss the application fee and the setbacks. Those were the two things that were unresolved per se, in the ordinance. So I think what we need to do is put it on the agenda to discuss those two things and hammer that out together, and
Is there time, if we do that next, and I realize it's not on the agenda this week, but if we do that next week, is there time to get that all finalized?
depends how long we talk, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, I mean, we'll squish it in, they may have to wait a little bit, but
8:45 we start?
yeah,
Yeah.
but we can,
We can always have it on the agenda, and if there's time in between
Yeah, and
budget
it's gotta, it
conversations.
only has to be on the agenda, it has to be done, so if we, this moratorium
I'm-
expires.
I'm just saying, as far as the time frame of the morning
Well,
goes.
we can do it in the afternoon, we can do whatever we have to do it. We
Yeah.
got business we gotta do it.
Right.
Is there time, I'm talking about days and weeks left in the year, in December, is there time to
Oh, to even publish
pass
it?
this, publish this, enact this, get it done, is there enough days?
To do first, second, third reading?
That was my
20
time
days total?
question.
you can
Oh,
waive
I'm
the,
sorry, yeah.
you can waive the last reading, maybe even the second reading, depending. So, but it has to be published 4 and 20,
It's gonna have to
So-
go back to the lawyer, right?
yeah,
It will.
so you're gonna need to get it going
Yeah.
next week.
Yeah, put it on our agenda for next week then.
So what do you want the agenda request to say?
Maybe at that time, if we're gonna talk about it next week, and get it done, maybe we can have the attorney on the phone and say, hey, we gotta have this in the paper, so we need this back immediately,
Yeah,
you know?
get them moving on that.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say just list it on the agenda, don't have the time on it, and that way we can fit it in as the morning goes.
Okay.
Change the subject, this, Jake break ordinance everybody's
Oh.
working on and everything. I'd like Roger to, and it doesn't have to be next week, but I could go talk to him too, I'm sure, but I'd like everybody to hear the discussion. And there's a Jake break ordinance in Algona, and I'd like to know if there's ever been a citation issued for it. And before we spend money and time, doing something at the county level, I know somebody wants it, but if if nobody's gonna enforce it,
Are we gonna enforce it? Yeah.
why put up the sign, why spend the money and the time
Yep.
to threaten to, I'm not against it at all.
No,
I just don't wanna waste.
right. You saying you want Roger to come in and
Well,
speak to
I-
us about it?
sometime, I guess. I assume Doug has told us that he's working on the wheres they would do it and everything. And
Right.
I think that's because people have requested it at certain locations. I realize that we're not gonna post a deputy there, but if there is a deputy there and he hears it, is he gonna do anything about it, you know? What I've heard in the town is that it's kind of arbitrary, did it happen or did it not happen type of thing. And if we have signs, again, I'm not against
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not against the idea of it. but-
No, I know what you're saying, it costs money to do an ordinance, it costs money to put up signs,
Yeah,
and,
if it's all for
and
naught.
then there's
I
an
guess.
expectation from certain people that, well, you have an ordinance, why aren't you doing anything? Yeah, I get it, yeah.
Mhm.
So,
I get calls about it too, yeah.
I haven't had any call,
Oh,
well,
okay.
I've had people talk to me about the one in Algona.
Oh,
Ron Reefer was pretty vocal about going down the hill by his house and,
Yes, I can kind of vouch for it a
I
little
could, I
bit.
could see that.
and then the, Reefer's childcare is up, they're just east of Pharmacist Mutual,
Oh,
that's not Reefer, that's wrong. I'm not gonna come up with it, but,
Bonnets,
no,
no, okay.
I know, I'm terrible with names,
It's all right.
it doesn't matter, but, you know, they said it was waking, the Jay breaks are waking kids from the naps and stuff.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
and I don't know if the signs alone are a deterrent, I suppose that could be one argument, but you know.
it's kinda like the train that goes right by our house.
Okay, so then this email, I saw that, you know, you had responded for, was it Alliant Energy,
For the battery?
for the battery thing. Did you respond to her? I mean, I'm sure you would have put all of us in there, but it says it would be helpful to meet in advance to the Board of Supervisor meeting?
I did respond to her. I think
Okay, I must have.
did I include all of you on that? I think I did.
I got it, I
Okay.
saw
Yeah,
it.
I'm looking at it right
And
Oh, here it is, it's clear up here.
I just told her that if she whether she wants to meet in advance or at the board meeting, either way, it's gotta be a board meeting on the agenda, so,
Okay,
yeah,
thank you, yeah, I'm sorry, Carter, I spoke too soon, I do have it.
Yeah, and I haven't heard anything from her.
I haven't either, no,
Okay, good.
so,
And then are we meeting, I know this is in advance, but you know, the week of December, the last weekend December, our first meeting of the
Oh,
year
this-
will be like on Friday, are we meeting Tuesday as
30th?
well?
the 30th?
Yeah, let me see.
Or can we get all of our stuff done for the board then?
I think there's been a year or two where we have and a year or two where we haven't, since I've been on, depending on how it falls,
Yeah,
and the,
I would say when I was, we never
there's,
scheduled.
there's
No.
nothing scheduled for the 30th, so,
maybe leave it that way.
okay, so we'll just have a meeting.
We got a long
Well, we're
meeting
gonna
the
meet
first-
on Friday anyway,
Yeah.
I thought, well,
Okay.
then we meet twice.
And that's not a claim day, so there's no reason
Oh.
why we can't cancel the 30th,
Sure.
so, okay,
We'll still have one on the 23rd though.
yeah.
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 And you're saying you're not gonna have one on the 30th, but you are gonna have one on the second?
We
yeah.
have
We have
to.
to meet the first working day of the new year.
Yeah.
Get it closed out the previous.
Write that down,
business.
otherwise I'm
Previous what?
Forget.
Previous year's
Good.
business.
Calendar year
Why,
business.
why do they do that? Why do they close out the calendar year?
It's just official,
Yeah,
just to be.
We're all about being official for you.
start
Yeah.
2026, that's
it's just official business.
Okay. Deal.
Deal,
Okay.
alright, yeah, and we've got the solar thing for next week, and we're waiting to hear back on the battery people, okay.
Nothing going on with the fairgrounds that we're contemplating at all right now, it's all in limbo.
Well, I mean, the reality is, today we just didn't certify any new debt for the coming year, so the soonest that we could even, have something set in stone for money that we would contribute from the counties then would be for 2027, really. Whenever that would come in, or be certified for, so that's,
Okay.
yeah,
But we would have to,
that's a discussion to
Yeah,
have in the coming year to.
we're gonna have
yeah.
to talk about it next year,
I'm just saying,
so that it's.
You have time to
It's-
do it.
it's not has to be a today discussion, but it's gonna be a coming year discussion, yeah. Yeah. And hopefully we can talk about that some during budget time too,
That's a perfect time to talk
yeah,
about it.
yeah,
Well, it is, cause then cause it has to, we have to plan.
it all goes together,
Yeah.
yeah.
Where are we at with the health insurance discussions? Where'd we leave that? Was Doug gonna? I guess that's, why'd I ask it? He's not even here to help answer that, but we were gonna try and talk about that again here soon, weren't we?
Yeah. Was he getting more information from her?
I thought so, from Michelle. right?
Yeah.
There's something to do with that. We'll ask him next week. Okay. Well. Anything else, otherwise we'll take a break till, or does Elder Bridge, I don't know where are they coming from? Do they wanna come early or?
That's the time they sent me, so
I
they
don't
are the
know if
ones that picked
We can go
it.
early if it's timed on.
Yeah,
the-
it's
Oh,
on the-
sure, yeah, you're right,
So, that's the time they picked, so.
that's fine,
Carter, do you by chance have Mark Verkelding's cell phone number?
I do.
Could I get that?
Sure.
One of my drainage repairs from last week wants me to talk to him, and I didn't have his cell phone number. If you're gonna forward it to my office phone, it is not working.
Okay.
Do you have my personal
I
one?
do.
Did you send it to that one?
Yep.
On those, I still feel like I'm new here, so, and I
You're
have no
fine.
drainage repair requests, but on those drainage request forms, there's two things. And most of the time, I'd say 99% of the time, they look at the map as a section, but sometimes they look at the map as a quarter. So I think for Sherry, that's correct, right?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Benefit, I think,
Oh,
make it clear that that map is the section, a lot of times then they'll divide the individual quarters into 40s on when they hand draw it in, but make it clear to everybody that it is a section, not a quarter. And I think like 99% of the time it is that way, but occasionally people will treat it as a quarter. And then there's a line there where it says to circle one, whether you're the landowner, tenant, or authorized.
Yeah, apparently it's circled.
It never circled.
I've seen it circled, but rarely.
I haven't, so, I don't know if that's
So-
important or not, but I
So
assume it's
you're
there.
saying that square on the repair request is the whole
It's the
section?
section.
Yes,
this is the
that's,
section,
remember Tammy, I
you
said
know,
that
these
last
are the
Yeah.
quarters
Yes.
rather than this being the quarter,
Mhm.
yeah.
It wouldn't hurt to put the number with the section in there,
Well, it's on the top.
I know it is, but if you put that in the middle of
You
there,
know it's
you
the
know
whole
it's the
section.
section,
Yeah, okay,
kinda like on all the maps type of thing, so.
yeah,
Because depending when you send it, I think that the people who are doing the repairs look at it as that's the section. And so sometimes it can feel like it's in the wrong spot.
yes.
If we're drawing it for a quarter and not for the whole section, it looks like it's in the wrong spot.
Right,
It's nitpicking, it's not a big.
nope, you're good,
We
Alex.
Talk about this with Nick.
Yeah,
When we take a break, I'll go do that.
okay. Okay, we're taking a break and coming back.
Yeah, let's take a break.
You never take a break and look at each other for a long time.
The recording is still going, so I have not shut it off. Amber, if you wanna come check out that too,
I might, but I'm gonna try and also get a hold of
that's fine,
Mark.
just if you have time,
Yeah, so the recorder is going?
yes,
Okay.
unless you want me to shut it off.
Well, I kinda wanna call him, but I don't really wanna,
Hold on. Just remind me when we come back to turn it back on.
okay, we will.
Good luck.
Thank you.
She's doing great.
Yeah,